I completed a solo unsupported Simpson Desert trip in May 2021 on my mighty Suzuki DRZ400E known as Sally. At the time I had no sand riding experience, limited knowledge on packing for such a trip, and really had no idea what I was doing or what to expect, but decided to just give it a go and make it a part of a 5,000 kilometre Sydney to Brisbane adventure ride, my second ever multi-day adventure ride. Recently I came across my original feature-length video which I never uploaded to YouTube at the time, and instead uploaded a shorter version which I felt was more appropriate back then. Looking back now, I feel that this feature-length video is much more appropriate at identifying what to expect for any first-time Simpson Desert riders and gives real-life information on such a trip. This video starts about 100 kilometers out from out there, where the reality of my pending crossing finally kicked in, which was 2,500 kilometers away from home and 4 days into my ride. I hope you enjoy. I've just had to stop because I felt like there's something loose on my bike in the front end, but look, the wheel still spins, the front wheel doesn't have any movement in it, and the handlebars, maybe there's a bit of looseness in the head stem, but I can't really pick anything, so it could just be in my head. And once those things get in your head, you constantly think there's something wrong with your bloody bike. I'm in the middle of absolutely nowhere though, but I can see a water tower right over there, so that's promising. If you were stuck here, you might be able to get some water. This has become a very brutal track. It doesn't look so bad probably on camera, but just the rocks are just pulverizing my bike. I can just feel it taking its toll on the bike, and if anything was to go wrong, it would be this track here, I believe. But look, I gave it a check over, she still seems pretty good, so we'll just keep on going. I'm either 20 or 40k out from out there, depending on which sign's correct, but I've had enough of it. It's just such a shit track. I can hear a grader going right now. Apparently there's one over there. I just saw a sign, so they're doing their best to fix it up, but it was just so brutal on the bike, so brutal. And she's holding together, but I don't think she's happy about it. Poor Sally. Even in the middle of the outback, they got a bloody grader going to work. On you, buddy. What a legend. Wonder how much he gets paid to work out in paradise in a tractor. Alright, so the longest winded way to Mount Dare I've taken by 65 kilometers still. Oh man. Now it's 65 kilometers still. I've already done 185. Man, it's gonna be a long day again. Long day. Oh well, keep going. So I've been grading the crap out of this. Look how high the banks are on the sides. It's very loose still. Very, very loose. Tell you what, when I knew I was coming to the Simpson Desert, which I'm officially in, I did not expect it to look like this. Green, lush, life, and all of the above. I don't know where the red sand is, but I'm sure it's to come still. This is far, far less in terms of what I expected, in a good way. In a good way. Oh, thankfully, I've definitely found out that each time on these trips, everything I think I'll do in a certain amount of time, I can always add an hour or two. Learning the hard way. Mount Dare Hotel. I'm so glad I left from Udadada today, not Mount Halogen. seen this photo many times on the internet. First thing, petrol. My official Simpson Desert trip starts now. I've made it to Mount Dare Hotel. I've got 39 litres of fuel, 10.2 litres of water, my PLB, and a chat with the ladies who said, don't worry about anything, people have been doing this for as long as it's been open with far less technology. I've seen one guy leave about an hour before me, so he's probably the only one out there as of today apparently. So it's me, him, I plan on overtaking him. My bike is way overloaded, so I'm going to just ride really slow to start with. And I've been told that the first 10 kilometres of Dalhousie is in the worst conditions it's been in, well, memory for the people here at Mount Dare. So go slow was the word of advice. Anyway, fingers crossed, good luck to me, and I'll let you know what I use up when I get to the other side and what went wrong or what didn't go wrong. Well, the petrol at Mount Dare is $2.40 a litre, so by far the most expensive seen, but premium 98, so well worth it. Well, here it is, a few years in the making, on my way out to Dalhousie. Just taking it slow at the moment just to enjoy this. The bike weighs a ton, I can feel it. She's gonna be working hard, I'm sorry bike. After all the days on you, this is the heaviest you've ever been, even though I've tried to lose weight for you. But Sally and her rider and owner me, we're gonna go for, I know it's nothing special to some people, but this trip's got some meaning for me, and we're gonna go for it. Simpson Desert, here I come. Well, I can officially confirm the 3,000k I've done so far, this is the worst section. It makes even things more worse is all the weight on the bike. I just feel like going fast is a recipe for something breaking rather than crashing. So I'm just doing 60k an hour. Look, I could have that wrong, but it just bounces the bike so much, and all that weight can't be good on my little subframe. Tell you what, these Dunlop 606s are proving their worth right now. Touch wood, I don't get a flat, but they have just been smashed carrying weight, my fat ass, and these rocks have definitely worn tread off them, but they're still doing the job. Absolutely love that tyre. All the water erosion, and that's the minor stuff. I keep going past the big stuff without filming, unfortunately. Finally, Dalhousie campground. Let's find some water. Beautiful. I don't know why I thought that this would be refreshing. It is dead set 40 degrees. Of course, Lance, it is a hot spring. Because I always rush through my trips and trying to get as many kilometres under the belt as possible. And the way I look at it, I've already done 70 kilometres of my overall 480, whatever it is. But I'm going to spend it on purpose, 30 minutes in the water, just to treat myself. To most, that's still rushing it, but to me, that's 25 minutes longer than I spend anywhere else. So I'll be coming back here one day for sure. You got to wash the package and everywhere else when you've been on the bike for 5 days, stinking and sweating. Even I noticed how smelly I was under my underarms, which is not cool. You thought it was going to be a hot chick. No, it's just my ass. Sorry everybody, but it had to be done. To the bloke in all my videos who keeps telling me to get a tan. Maybe this sun will do the job. Maybe I'll get a bit of a tan from the South Australian desert sun. Beats the Sydney, New South Wales sun, that's for sure. See you later, Dalhousie Springs. Now to find Pawnee Boar is my next target, and it's now 2:30, and my mission is to get as far as I can into the Simpson Desert. Pawnee Boar, Birdsville. Remote desert wilderness. Be well equipped. Okay. Corny ball, 70 kilometers. Let's aim for that. One thing I've noticed in the desert, there's plenty of corners already, and my whole trip I haven't really had to use my brakes. I just let the compression slow me down and whatnot. With all the weight on carry, my front brakes are absolutely atrocious, and the rear brake just locks up, so I've got hardly any stopping power, and the brakes are all working. It's not a good quality brake, simple as that. So I'm going to have to keep that in mind, because I keep overshooting corners and coming to hairpins and not stopping in time. It's not good. Well, my sand keeps coming and going, but definitely getting more consistent. So the desert is definitely making itself known now. Quite exciting. I just got to start emptying some fuel off the rear of my bike, but because I'm going so slow, I'm not using any fuel. So it's kind of counterproductive, but you still got to carry it. It's just smashing around in my back, and yeah, right. So it's pretty washed out. Not really what I expected, to be honest, but it's alright. Sure, it'll change. Still got water out here. I wonder if this counts as one of my sand dunes. Probably not. No, my first drop. I gotta get this off the back. That's no good. That's shit house. Can't stand, I can't balance. It's hitting me in the back. Well, the desert's officially started for sure. For the 100th time. It's all sand now, and I've never ridden sand like this in my life, so I'm just hoping that my years of riding I can learn quickly. I've dropped it once, but that's not because I'm shit, that's because I wasn't watching where I'm going and went too slow. But it's definitely taxing, that's for sure. I'm learning real quickly that you've definitely got to stand up most of the time. I still want to go a little bit faster, but there's too much weight in the back and it just throws me around. Everyone would have the same problem out here, but I can definitely see how some people come out here and do not know how to ride it and don't pick it up, because it is challenging straight away. And you want to follow car routes, car track should I say, but sometimes that's not the best. But and I'm only 30k into this trip, so we'll just see how we go. Definitely holding on tighter, definitely sweating more instantly. So yeah, it can be very challenging if you're not making progress. I'm happy with my progress so far. Just keep rolling with it. Hey, check that out. We got some dingoes. Hey buddies, an Australian outback. Hey guys, you want a pat? Big boys. Hello. Oh, well, I'll be camping here with them. Lucky I've got my bloody protection knife with me. How cool is that? Probably waiting for the first person up to make it through, they can eat them. This fucking jerry can is doing my head in. I've got to get rid of it, but I don't want to leave it in the desert It's empty, it's bouncing around. That's not gonna stay. It's just in the fucking way. Alright, just gonna have to bounce around. Sorry, jerry can. This is a nice reprieve from the early sand already. Yeah, it's definitely fatiguing, not gonna lie. Not like I'm bugger fatiguing, but you can feel it taking its toll over the hours. But so far, so good. The only issue I've got is my fucking jerry can that's empty now. I'm ready to throw it in the bin. There's no bin, and if there is, it's gone. I don't need it anymore. We'll see, maybe there's a bin at Pawnee Bore. Just when you thought the rocks were done, you got more rocks. It's been smashed out here. Shit. I'm fucking going over boulders. I wonder if it's like this all the time. I don't think it is. More washout. More bloody gibber rock to contend with. Definitely got to have speed out here. Sort of 60k an hour plus if you can, 70 or 80, and you just have to smash the bumps because you just come unstuck, and you got to stand up for sure. As soon as you sit down, it just throws you off. Obviously there's times like now I can sit down, and you just got to be ready to accelerate over things. Good fun, just worried about beating the shit out of the bike. So like these things, you want to slow down, but you're better off just pumping it through it. Otherwise your front wheel just washes out. Alright, we're at Pawnee Bore. Just speaking to some people here. I've seen more people on this track than I have my whole trip. Unbelievable, in the middle of nowhere. I'm seeing heaps and heaps of people. Well, apparently all this is a toilet. That can't be right. There's got to be more to it than just a toilet, otherwise why is it an iconic stop? We've got a toilet and we've got a rainwater tank. That's not even worthwhile me stopping. What's up here? Let's have a look. Oh, a shower. Oh, I could go have a shower. Oh, I don't have time. I've got to keep going whilst the sun's up as far as I can so I can make that 40th birthday. Alright, well, you've even got a back scrub. Oh, that's sick. Oh, next time, Pawnee Bore, you got a shower and a back scrub, but unfortunately, got to keep going. I'm learning to ride sand as I go, and I've had 2 drops so far, and both times is because I wasn't watching where I was going and I looked to the left at something and then I just dropped it twice. So I can ride sand, which is a good thing, but you just got to stand up, pay attention, and just do not take your eyes off the road. And on my last little fall, I've popped a milk by the looks of it. Hopefully it's only 1 milk. I've got a few in there, but there goes 1 breakfast, which is going to be dry as, because I've got no milk. Oh man. Alright, I've left Pawnee Bore. I've now got about an hour and a half of daylight to do as much distance as I can. Fuck me. And I've learnt from now on, stand up, 3rd or 4th gear, and do not take your eyes off the road. That's for sure. The trickiest bit is you take your eyes off the road for 1 second and you're goners. If you don't do that and you maintain your speed and alertness, it's quite enjoyable. It's not that taxing, minus you can't sit down. The other disadvantage is whilst you got fuel on bouncing around the back, it wants to throw your bike off, and it makes you subconsciously go slower because you don't want to smash your subframe with weight. Once that fuel's in the main tank, I reckon you'll be going a lot faster. The other downside, you're stuck behind a car. If they can't see you and you're doing their speed, you just fall over, because one, you can't see the dust in front of you. For one, you can't see in front of you because of the dust. Whoa, whoa, whoa. And they can't see you, so I just toot my horn, and so far so good. I've also ditched that bloody 5-litre jerry can. It's in my tank now. I did 100k, put it in, and the last car I passed, I asked if they could take it off my hands because it was bouncing around everywhere, and I was sick of stopping to try and sort it out. It was wasting time. So thank you very much to that couple who took my empty jerry can. I didn't want to leave it laying in the dirt. Awesome. Well and truly in the desert now. I've got 360 kilometers left to go. I'm trying to get as far as I can while I've got daylight today, so I don't miss that bloody 40th to my brother. Not that he knows it's happening. I know I read there's around 1100 sand dunes, and that's obviously one I just did, but I wonder if all these little whoops are counted as that as well. Like, there's an obvious sand dune, so let's say 2, but I wonder if then this little thing I'm coming up to is a sand dune, or counted as a sand dune, like here. Is that 3? I'd say so. Got my leg stuck under here. This is not good. Yeah, come on, leg, get out. Yeah. Oh, my calf's cramping. Fucking. Whoa! Come on, bike. Come on. Fucking took my eyes off the road. Fucking again. Lance, pay attention. I've lost fuel. Oh, that sucked. I took my eyes off the road, was sitting down, and I fucking crashed again. 3 times in a row, and my leg got pinned. Lucky it was soft sand, because I thought, oh, my leg's gonna break, but the sand allowed me to sink in. But as I was trying to pull my leg out, my calf was cramping up, and I couldn't pick it up with my hands because of the position I was in. That was fucked. Oh, no harm done. That's this shit here going down. I've got to stand up. Why am I sitting down? I've even noticed myself, I'm no longer talking about how beautiful the scenery is and all this jazz and trying to narrate this bloody video. Don't get me wrong, it's awesome out here, but the level of concentration is on a whole nother ball game. So I don't even have time to think what I'm going to say, even though I normally just talk shit out of my mouth. But don't get me wrong, yeah, unbelievable, especially for me, riding west to east in the sunset. I can keep going and enjoy it whilst it's cooler. If you're going west, that'd be shithouse. You'd have to stop by now. I tell you what, you're thankful for these flat bits as you get closer to the east end of this. I'm about 200k in now, but like, I hit the gym all the time, do heaps, and consider myself very fit. And I'm not huffing and puffing tired, but you only get fit riding a bike in a desert by riding a bike in a desert all the time. Otherwise it's just a new movement and it's fatiguing of the legs and knees. My knees are pretty achy. So when you have these flat bits, oh, it's so nice to sit down, but then I regret having to stand up again because my knees ache. Maybe I'm just getting old. French line, Popple Corner. That'd be nice to make that tonight, but it's not going to happen. Birdsville, 330k still. Okay. Well, it's 5 p.m. It's 5 p.m. The sun's setting, but I want to at least aim for 200 plus k. So I got 20. I want to aim for at least 200 plus k on day one. So I'll still at 25k minimum, and that'll take me to around 300k for tomorrow. Okay. It's just gotten really fucking hard all of a sudden. Up, another. Oh, fucking hell. That's the weight on the back of the bike. Oh. Getting very hard all of a sudden. I'm just bouncing around like crazy, and you want to go fast but you can't. Not yet. Tiring. I'm going to set up camp here. I'll have to stop, that sun's going down. I got to 190k, not 200, but I'm getting fatigued, I'm making mistakes, I'm falling over. I've had 4 drops now, 2 with my leg stuck under it, and my left knee's a bit jarred, but it's just smarter to stop. I've got 310k to go tomorrow and beyond Birdsville, but I think it gets faster the further you go along west to east. Bigger dunes, but more flats. But yeah, this is brutal. Third gear is definitely my best friend, revving low, then second gear revving high. But anyway, the bike's going well, but once I get that jerry can off the back or empty it, I think life's going to be a lot more easier. A lot more. Morning everybody, it's my first morning in the desert, hopefully my only morning because I don't have time to spend any more time out here. I'd love to. I've got the sun rising in the background, which is the direction I'm going. But look, from an everyday dude who rides, he likes to consider himself a decent rider, but never ridden sand like this before. Some hard lessons. I'm not going to sit here and go, yeah, I've kicked ass and I'm killing it. I've dropped it 4 times, 3 times though, because I wasn't paying attention. I just looked to the side, washed out, slow speed stuff. 2 times, the reality of riding on your own has finally kicked in. I got my leg pinned under my bike, same time on the right side, my right leg, and only once I almost couldn't get the bike off my own leg. I like to consider myself pretty strong with all the gym I do, and I'm a bigger dude, but if you don't have the strength to get your bike off your own leg, well, you have to, I don't know, dig yourself out, but panic kicks in, so you got to try and stay calm. So that's definitely now in my head, unfortunately, which I don't want to be thinking about, but I am. Is it tough? Yes. Is it a challenge? Yes. Is it fun to start with? Will it be fun when the whole trip's over and you look back on it? 100%. Otherwise, you wouldn't do it if it was just shit the whole time. Would it be better to go with 2 or more people? I would say yes, but then you haven't achieved the solo crossing. However, if you're going with someone who's not of equal riding ability, if not a little bit better, it's going to be shit for somebody because they're always going to be waiting. You've got to be able to stand up and ride. I've learnt that really quickly. You can't take your eyes off the road for a second. And I think going 3rd gear underpowering is far better than 2nd gear and revving, in my opinion. I'm hoping as the trip goes on towards the east, I can go faster and get into 4th gear. Now, if you had no gear on your bike and you had no weight on your bike, yeah, you'd be 80k an hour, no worries. It'd just be like an enduro day. But with all that weight on your bike, look, I can do it, but things just start falling off and you just risk breaking a subframe. So as the day goes on, I burn fuel. I've already loaded half my fuel back into my tank. I'm using a decent amount of fuel, but I think I'm on track to be well under the 35 litre mark. But every time I drop my bike on the DR, if it's on a certain angle, I lose petrol out of my fuel tank, out of the breather hose, so that's not good as well. So I don't have time to leave my bike laying on the ground. But look, it's still fun. It's a daunting task on your own sitting here knowing I've got 300 kilometres to go still. Would I do it again? Yes. Have I got any advice for anybody? Leave early on day 1, not like I did at bloody 1 o'clock or midday. Get half it done and then do half a secondary, as I've got to now do. I've done a quarter, I've got to do 3 quarters now. Yeah, people do it in a day, good on them. I wish I had the time for that and probably less gear to carry, and I could do that. But I was told by somebody at Dalhousie that he's done this track a few times, and he said the French line's in the worst conditions. So I can confirm, even though the ladies at the pub said it was good, every time you go towards an incline, it's just washed out, and then you get your peak. It takes all your speed off you, and if you don't maintain that speed though, you're just going to bog down. So it's very, very tricky. But look, I highly recommend it for anyone still, obviously, otherwise I wouldn't be out here. But it's certainly not something you tackle if you don't know how to ride properly. You wouldn't do it. You wouldn't pass anywhere. So, as 40k an hour, it's pretty slow going, and if you're going any slower, you're bogging down. So, hopefully at the end of day 2, I've got a bit more positive vibes about it, because I'm just, it's a big trip still ahead of me, a big trip. Anyway, let's get going. Hopefully that sun's not going to blind me, and the apprentice adventurer is still out here on his own though, giving it a shot, It's pretty hard doing this in the sunrise, but I need to get it going. I'm doing much better than day 1 so far, probably because I'm just fresh. Definitely helps having a lighter load, and I've still got a lot to lose yet. And you come up to these sand dunes and they look like nothing, but you get to the other end and it's so much steeper than what it is to climb. And you've got to be prepared to run into trees out here. I've ran into so many trees from overshooting shit. So like I'm coming up this sand dune now, it doesn't look like much. They're not all like this, some are real hard. But I guarantee the other side's a big drop off, throws you out a bit. Oh, eat my own words, I was wrong. Maybe this is a, looks like nothing. Oh, not a bit of a drop. So I came through there, but then the sand directs you freaking straight ahead, which is this boulder. I nearly whacked it, not boulder, ball of sand. But you can go this way, but you come around there and you're sloshing all over the place, and that's the shit you run into. Luckily with sand you can pull up easy. Man, this is so fucking tough going. Whew. A whole lot of signs pointing in a whole lot of directions. Obviously mine's straight ahead, but that's kind of be interpreted as being confusing, because the French line's on that side, but if you don't look at that sign and you look at that sign, it doesn't show you where the French line is. Or is that just me losing my marbles? Go South Australia. Some of these bloody sand dunes go straight up, then take a sharp right and go angling down the sand dune. That totally sucks on the motorbike, because you got to make a last minute direction change. This one's alright, but obviously there's no signpost going, hey mate, get ready, you gotta go fucking right after this one. Third gear definitely seems to be my best friend so far. Yeah, I know I can go faster here, but still got that weight on the back, which I'm trying to baby the best I can. And every now and again, get a nice easy stretch like this, and then you just get, oh, see, gotta keep the revs. This is one of it, and you gotta accelerate down the hill. If you take the throttle off, it wants to dive in, and that's not good. Oh yeah, Solo Simpson Desert Tutorial 101. The bloke has got no idea himself. Keep the power on. Yeah. Fuck yeah. Let's do it. When you look back, they don't really even look like dunes, but they certainly, I mean, look how loose this one is. It's like being in the fucking sandpit with your kid. You wouldn't want to be here when it's hot, guys. Your bike would be overheating too. It is beautiful, it really is, but the physical challenge takes away from it, I think. And in a car, well, yeah, you can see it, but I think the boredom of going so slow will take away from it. Still cool to be out here though, for sure. But pretty much all of these, well so far, pretty much all of these sand dunes go over and to the right. And yeah, they certainly are less steep on the west side, and much steeper going down on the east side. You get stretches where you really enjoy it, and then you get stretches like, fuck me, get me a helicopter already. Another thing I've noticed in the desert, with all this sand, everything on the ground that's not sand is a fucking kind of spiky bush and sticks in your hand, bum, feet. Certainly not soft, not like the beach. So now this fucker goes to the left before you get to the peak, and there's shit. Put it in second just in case. I'm definitely getting better at riding in the sand, a lot more confident, but you just keep getting in your head, am I gonna make it, am I gonna make it? Like, I've still got 260k to go, but each sand dune you're just like, oh, have I got it in me, or is the bike gonna make it? And that should not be, obviously it is a concern, but you shouldn't think like that. So I'm trying to just pretend, yeah, just like any other trip. But it's definitely taxing on the body and very taxing on the bike, I could imagine. I don't think a bike could do this its whole life and last hundreds of thousands of kilometers. Maybe a DR could, but you've got speed, even though you so badly want to slow down, if you've got speed, it'll chop through any of the sand, even though you think it won't. As soon as you take that speed away, which I'm sure I'm not telling anyone any secrets, but as soon as you take that speed away, your front wheel just dives down. Simple, done. So you're almost better off just punching through things and hoping for the best rather than being bogged down. I'm yet to bog down though. I've only twice gotten off and pushed like a metre up the hill just to be safe, but haven't had to dig a tyre out yet. And touch wood, I won't have to. Because if I sit my fat ass on it and try to get going in first gear, yeah, of course it's going to bog down. I don't know why I wasn't filming that. The track went sharp up here and I was going to stall it, so I punched up through here and I went Superman and crashed over here somewhere, hacking at my wrist, but you know, that's part of it. That's all still there. That's all good. Oh, a full goes 180 degree. That's stupid. Why not just go straight over that? Dumb desert. Oh man, that was close. Really ate the dirt that time. Tell you what, if you want to consider saving on your food, consider putting it out of your side bags, because I just lost a can of salmon. It's burst and it's gone all over my stuff and fucking flies all over it now. I'm not happy about that. And I've also lost the milk, so unless you don't fall, then you're sweet. In all honesty, if you could start with the sand dunes I'm doing now, I reckon you'd get better quicker, just before starting with the shit stuff from out there. But I'm sure there's going to be more tough ones to come. But this stuff is far easier than the beginning stuff, for sure. It's actually about 10 or 20k an hour faster. Well, anyone can go faster, but for me, less work and going faster and having more definite track line is making it much more enjoyable. And then here you can do like 60, 70 or 80, depending how long it is. Just trying to chew the fuel up, I guess. Skill levels improving by the minute, providing fatigue doesn't increase, which is good. It's a long way. It's a long, long way. If somebody would ask me what I think about the solo experience of the Simpson Desert right now, so I'm about 20k past halfway west to east, I would say for the everyday dude, which is me, it's tough, it's physical, it's monotonous, that's for sure. It can be fun, but I think it's the achievements why people come to do it. I would never say to someone not to do it unless you're a terrible rider, but I don't think it's got anything to do with shit, with it being fun. It's going to say I've done it, and it brings your riding ability way up. So I would say no, it's not fun, but it is rewarding at the same time. I'd also say give yourself plenty of time. Don't try and do it, well, if you can do it in a day, great, but try to do it in 2 days, 2 full days, so you can have rest. And also depends, like I've still got to get back to Brisbane, so I've still got 2,000k after this Simpson Desert, and I did 3,000k to get here, so that's taxing in itself. But yeah, it's definitely worthwhile doing. And pack your bag well, and continually change your bag setup with what's in what as you go through your supplies to make life easier on the bike and your balancing. But overall, the Simpson Desert is definitely testing me, and I wonder how many people have fallen a victim to worn out clutches out here, let alone injuries. So I just ran into 3 guys, older dudes, 2 old, 1 young, South African, KTMs and a DR400E, and they got a supported vehicle behind them, so they got no kit on them. And they go, "Where are you going?" I go, "I'm doing the desert." Go, "Where's your backup?" I go, "I'm only backup." Go, "What, on your own?" I said, "Yeah." You go, "You're crazy, mate." He goes, "I'd never do that, but good on ya." So even that, not to say that I'm any better than anyone else, but even that shit shows it's not many people want to do it solo unsupported, and that's the challenge. It's not finishing the bloody thing. You can come and finish anytime. It's doing it with all your gear. And one of the blokes said, "Why don't you find a car to carry your gear for you?" I go, "Well, that's not doing it unsupported." And he had a bit of a laugh, but good on them, they're out here riding too. So I just had another fall, just as you can see. I just lost my speed and fishtailed here, but instead of riding up and risking getting my wheel bogged and never getting out, I'm going to try and walk it up. Alright, now that wasn't pretty, but it saves stress in my clutch. You can't turn around, and it saves bogging down, I believe. So give that a try. Water, or is that a mirage? That can't be water. Maybe it's a salt plane. Huh, let's go have a look. The sand's definitely gotten looser, but thankfully the dunes aren't as unforgiving. Oh no, that's not water. Of course it's not water. I wasn't aware I was filming here, but as you can see, I'm taking petrol from the rear rack and putting it into the main tank. Anytime you can get 3 or more litres, get rid of it off the back of the bike and put the weight up the front. It'll make life a lot easier. As you can also see, there's lots of flies hanging around my butt here if you zoom in. That's not because I stink, that's just because there's flies all day long out there. So I encourage you to bring a hat with a mesh covering on it, something that I did not have and really wish I did. Finally, get some speed going. Yeah. That's a big washout. Oh, in that one. Just sink in quite a bit. Salt plane, DRZ, living. More salt plane, yeah. Oh, that hurt. I hit the ground way too hard. Fuck, that hurt. I washed out, going too fast, getting cocky. I ate dust, my neck. Why am I pushing it? Fucking idiot, Lance. Oh, that shook me up. Oh. Fuck, why am I was just going too fast, trying to go 70k an hour or something. Fuck. This is dangerous. What am I doing? Oh, shit. Fuck. That's not good. My strap's broken. Nothing to keep my bag tied down now. Shit. Fuck. Well, unfortunately, if I lay there and sook, which I really just want to call it quits now, to be honest, but you're not going to get home. So even though I've got the weight off the back now, it's clearly not worth me when I'm only 180 odd K from finishing this, going fast just for the sake of saving an hour. Fuck that. Not worth it at all. That really hurt my neck, that one. Absolutely ate dust. Thankfully I had my visor down at the time, because otherwise you get a mouthful of dust in your eyes and that. You don't want sand in your eyes out here. Fucking hell. This is all. So there's a lot less sand dune stuff on this second half, but the sand is far more loose than it is when you're in the red stuff. But the red stuff's all on the dune, so you really don't get a break at all. It's just a different type of riding now. Now if you're a pro, you just smash it over this stuff, I'm sure, but not little old Lance over here. Feel my right saddlebag now bouncing around a lot more, and I can't feel it on my calf, meaning it's gone back again to where it was burning the plastic, which is not good, but I've got no way of strapping it down right now. Look, this trip is coming towards an end in a way, so she's done good, but I still got a good 1,500 kilometers or so of riding, so I'll need to sort something out though. Can definitely throw in a bit when I get home, I don't care about that. Yeah, these sections of just fucking rock or hardened salt or something, or concrete. That really throws a spanner in the works. Ah, cool. Woo! Now this is worth it. Yeah! Power on. Oh, my body's feeling like shit. Just whoop after whoop after whoop after whoop. Big fucking whoop. Popple Corner is my goal right now. I'm about 25k away, and that's where I'm going to stop, have a breather. And I just spoke to a bloke in the car and he said once you get there, it's apart from a couple of massive sand dunes, obviously called Big Red, it's much easier. Well, I hope he's right, because right now I could deal with much easier, because I'm going good, but I'm getting cocky again. And another fall will certainly go, hey, calm down, cunt. Fuck. Sorry, Sally. I just had another nasty fall. It's just so soft. There's no compact sand at all. And my leg was stuck under my bike again, but it was on the engine, it was burning it. Oh, lucky I've got riding gear on. Look, to be honest, right now, it's just about fucking survival. Getting places in one piece and... just got to keep going. Keep going. I can't stop now, it's only midday. This white beach type sand definitely takes your speed out of your rear wheel, and you definitely rev more where the petrol would be used. It just digs in so easy. You can't really go heaps fast, but you've got to maintain some sort of revs. This one's alright, obviously, but some of them are so hard to just keep going and not risk bogging down or have... Oh, this one looks shit. Make my own track. Oh, worth the view though, wow. Check it out. I've got to be getting the Popple Corner soon now. I need a break. I think about 17k to go, but I can take 45 minutes in this terrain. crazy, crazy, crazy stuff. Can't believe I'm doing this. Can't believe it. I've cut the corner out, but now have to hopefully not fucking sink in. That one didn't pay off. That wasn't too bad. Popple corner. Where? Lake Popple. I'm still trying to find Popple Corner, but my maps are taking me there, but it's not that obvious, to be honest. There's no sign that I saw saying so in what direction. I'm just following my Billy Goat app, which I don't even know if it's correct, but oh yeah, here we go. That's so strange, that's such poor signage. Oh well, we made it. Oh, I need a good long break. Walking up the Popple Corner now. I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm absolutely spent. My legs are all wobbly. I should have done more yesterday and started earlier. The Popple Corner post. South Australia, Northern Territory, Queensland. Let's do a quick loop. All 3 states. Go, 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 go. Yes. Is it worth it? It better be. This has been one of the probably, I know, top 5 toughest things I've done in my life. I'm sure when I'm finished I'll be like, yeah, whatever, but right now I'm spent. I just want to go home. But no such thing. I've got to at least make it to Birdsville tonight because I need to replenish my body with good food like a steak or something. This bloody half cans of tuna full of sand's not going to cut it, and leaking milk is just not going to cut it. Anyway, I'd like to feel more, but I just couldn't be bothered, eh? Anyway, we're at Popple Corner. It's all good, flies are everywhere. Right, so Popple Corner, I'm leaving now. I don't know the quickest way to the QAA, so I'm just going to backtrack and go on the K1 line. But tell you what, my bike's not wanting to start that great at the moment. It's probably had enough of being dropped and thrashed. So even though the whole trip's been about it, mission is just get this bike back to at least Birdsville in one piece. I've got 160 or 70k to go. Still got a few big sand dunes from my understanding. Some very big sand dunes. So come on Sally, you've got one last run in you and then you can have a rest. Poor girl. 160 kilometers to go. Please be faster. Please be faster. Ah, this is more like it. Knocking over some distance now. Oh, thankfully I can sit down. The biggest thing that I'm struggling with is my hands are cramping and I've got no strength left in them. And that's a big part because my bike's not set up for me to stand because I'm so tall. But, you know, everyone's got their own problems, so it's all good. Well, this is where you can make up for lost time. Oh, this is so fucking good. I know I've got sand dunes to come and the biggest ones yet, but what a surprise to be able to just knock over some kilometers and not go 10k an hour. Oh, look at that, just the salt plane just driving right up it. This is cool. It's like a bittersweet moment because you kind of feel like you're done on the trip. You're not. You still got plenty to go. Oh yeah, this is cool. This is cool. I'm actually having fun now, and I'm on my last stretch, and I'm actually getting more energized. One, because I'm having fun, and two, I'm getting energy just by sitting down and relaxing. This is so much more easier. Yeah, there's a couple of hills you get stuck on still, but it's just so much more forgiving on the body. And some of these hills look daunting, but they're not that bad, really. It's going down and it sucks. That's not good. Sorry, Sally. I just ate my own words. That one was fucked. Got to get some air on the engine. Let it cool down. My bike had the tendency of overheating with a safari tank on. But see, even that hill, I ballsed up. But you don't just crash. You just hop off and walk it up. Those other ones, they just throws you off the bike. I don't want to jinx myself, but I already have in my head that I've done this. I'm enjoying it. I'm happy for it to be over, but I feel like I can conquer it, even though I've still got Big Red to go. I feel like I'm doing much better now than I was in the first 3/4 of this thing. It's so good to be able to sit down every now and again and climb the hills. Oh, my body. Come on, boys. Fucking can't go this slow. Thank you. Thank you. The closer I get to Birds Hill, the faster the track comes. Starting to do 60, 70, 80 on these flats, and you can tell because they're all corrugated, so you want to go fast. Fourth gear up the hill, put it into third towards the top, and then make sure there's no car coming, and roll down the next side. So much. If the whole Simpson Desert was like this, I guess every Tom, Dick and Harry would be crossing it. But because it's only a bit like this, hence where everyone probably goes to Popple Corner. It's still a little bit fatiguing, but I think it's only because of what was done in the first bit. My left upper quad starting to cramp. I've got a bad habit of not drinking enough water. But I'm just going to push on to get to the pub, and then I'll worry about the cramps then. I've been pretty lucky with the cars coming the other way. I've only had one where it was nearly head on. All the rest I've caught up on the flats. So still plenty of cars out here though. Another good feeling as I know that I'm getting closer and closer. I'm at 430k, I've got 510, 40k, that's freeway. But looking down at my fuel, I've got plenty. I've got 4 litres in the back still. And I've probably got about a half a tank to do 100k, and 40 of which is easy going. So I've managed my fuel well, even with leaking probably 200 or 300 mil from bloody dropping the bike, or maybe 200 mil. That's an achievement in itself, making it with the fuel. Oh yeah. Is this big red? Don't think so. The day's getting darker now. And I hate the ones with multiple paths because you don't know which one's going to be better off for you. I tell you what, I've learnt the ability to drop down a gear whilst balancing and standing. I've never been able to do that properly. But it's definitely handy. Because if you try and sit down and change it down, you're fucked. I can't believe in my head that I'd be out of the Simpson by midday today, when it's now nearly 5 PM and I've still got about an hour to go. What a fool I was to underestimate the times. I obviously didn't do the calculations properly at all. According to my kilometres, I'm at 445, and I haven't seen any big red. I've only got about, I don't know, 15 to 20k left of desert. Where is this sucker? I'm just waiting to come over one last mountain and go, oh yeah, in all of its glory, and then conquer it hopefully. But it's proving to be as elusive as a bloody panther in Sydney or a yowie, because I haven't found it yet. The closer you get to the end, your bike preservation goes out the window. You're just like, let's just go, and then you want to have some fun at the highest speeds. But I still got a long, long way to Sydney, or Brisbane should I say. This baby's got to survive. Is that big red? No. Big red either, but I just spoke to some people. They said it should be any one of these now. They're getting bigger and bigger, but easier and easier to ride. So the bigger the easier. Wonder what big red will be like. Minutes to tell, minutes to tell. Oh, this one's all whipped up. Okay, this one's tougher. Come on. Oh, finally. But get over you, it's officially done. I'll push to bite the Birdsville if I have to. Oh, I've got spectators as well. Shit. Better perform, better perform. I hope that's big red, lots of people standing there. She's a big bitch. And I think I'm going to go, the far left looks better. I could be wrong though. Oh, I'm dead set doing this in the sunset. Oh, look at everybody watching. Hey guys. Oh shit. Right as the sun's about to go down as well. I've only just made it. You got one last hurrah in your Sally. Plenty of fuel, no worries about that. What one? You want to go left? Make it hardcore? Alright. Oh, made it. Well, I've got to get up this. Fuck yeah, come on. What an adventure. I've still got a long way to go, but I'm glad to see Big Red. That's for sure. Alright. Let's have a look at this sun. Look at the sun there. I'll get on top and film that actually. Yeah. Hello?
Which one are you picking?
Oh, I was just gonna hit the left line. I've been in this freaking desert all bloody day thinking I could do more than what I could in the day, and it's been going on forever and ever and ever. Hey?
Where have you been all day?
Oh, it's just, I've never ridden sand before. Fallen, I've busted tuna, water.
What? You've never been riding sand before?
No, I just give it a shot.
Fanette.
Fanette.
It's like Annette with an F.
Oh, everybody, this is Fanette. She just came down, Big Red, to greet me to tell me that she's only been up at once. So I'm going the left side, hoping for the best. You're going... What's
I don't know yet which side. I'm going to decide at the last minute.
Fanette's going to watch me fail, and then we'll see. But anyway, everybody, I haven't failed any hills yet, so let's give this a shot with the old Sally here and see what happens.
That's Momo.
Mama? Mama and Sally. Alright, well, I'll meet you up there if I can get up. Come on! Well, everybody, we failed. That one's so soft, the other one, just all your speed just goes. Oh well. Hi everybody. Shit. Well everybody, we made it. 500 odd K done. It's been shit. The only hill we failed to get up was Big Red on this side, but I'm too tired to worry anymore. The bike's doing well, and we just got to keep it going for the whole trip. Sun's about to go down, but it's been a pleasure. Simpson Desert's been crossed. Oh man, what a trip. What an epic trip. Simpson Desert, consider yourself fucking done. I'm now riding home in the dark because I got caught talking to people up there. but I only got stuck on a hill twice, and that was the last one, trying to do Big Red in the hardest possible way. Otherwise, I got bogged only once. That was also on top of Big Red, and everyone's laughing at me. I go, I'm telling you, I just crossed this bloody thing, and now I'm stuffing up. But yeah, Simpson Desert, consider yourself conquered by the apprentice adventurer. And everyone on top of Simpson Desert, Big Red said to me, did I go unsupported and solo? I said yes. And they all said, mate, credit to you, that's a big achievement. So I'm proud of myself. I don't think too many people go unsupported and solo. It's the ones who do, that have done it before me, and the ones that go after me, credit to you, it's a bloody hard slog. I probably would never go unsupported. Actually, I probably would never go solo again, but I'd certainly do it again in a group just to change the dynamics. Going on your own can be so risky. I'm lucky not to have hurt my neck in that crash, which I didn't film unfortunately, but that was bad, that shook me up. Anyway, I'm heading to Birdsville, and gonna hope that they can accommodate me, and I hope that I don't hit any bloody kangaroos. What an epic journey this has been, and I've still got more to go. I've still got more to go. For my last 10 kilometers to Birdsville, I better reminisce on the things that fell victim to the desert. I lost my 2 good gloves. They fell out from being under some hockey straps. I lost 2 cans of salmon, but the remnants of the salmon are all through my bags. I lost 2 milks, but the milk is still in my bags. Like, the desert just stole from me. And it stole about 5 kilos of muscle mass. To the Simpson Desert, for the things that you stole from me, I still conquered you, mate. So put it there and we'll call it evens. I'm just so happy my bike made it. What a mighty beast, the DRZ400 Aussie E at its finest. Best looking Christmas lights I've ever seen. Birdsville, I've got no idea where I'm going in Birdsville, but I love this town already. Oh, I'm so glad to be here. Please have a room and food for me. Please.